for the everyday competitor in all of us.
It'll be a chilly first pitch for the Twins and the Pirates. 40 degrees at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. And with the scoop from the clubhouse, I'm Marnie Gellner. Paul Molitor said, yeah, the weather is going to be an issue for the next couple of weeks. It's something we think about and talk about, but he said the player that can use it to his mental advantage instead of his disadvantage is going to come out ahead in these games. Lance Lynn will make his Twins starting debut today. Molitor said the thing that impressed him is how aggressive Lance is, how much he likes to attack hitters and use his fastball to get ahead. And Mitch Garver, who caught yesterday's game in Baltimore, is just fine today, and that's really good news because he took a bat to the head on the follow-through swing of Manny Machado, but Garver said today, no lingering symptoms whatsoever, no concussion issues, just his skull is a little bit sore. But Dick and Bert, that's okay. We can deal with that news. Let's get to playing ball here in the cold.
Yeah, keep jumping up and down, Marty. That'll stay warm.
As you saw, 40 degrees. I asked Paul Molitor before the game today, as a hitter, do you stand in there and say, look, I can't get jammed. I'm not going to get jammed. He says, if you do that, there's one thing that will happen. You'll get jammed.
You'll get jammed, yeah.
Well, the batting order for the Twins, brought to you by Menards, and it's been a lineup that has been productive in games 2 and 3 of the season. Of course, no designated hitter with National League rules in force. Brian Dozier, Joe Mauer, Miguel Sano, Eddie Rosario, Eduardo Escobar, Max Kepler, Byron Buxton, Jason Castro, and then the pitcher Lance Lynn. In this case, sometimes we say the pitchers have to hit. Sometimes we say the pitchers get to hit. In Lance Lynn's case, he has to hit.
Well, he has to hit, yeah, but he's a very good bunter, okay? We're going to go over some numbers for Lance Lynn. Let's take a look at the starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jameson Tylone. Tylone making, those are his career numbers, 43 starts. Now, he's never faced the Minnesota Twins. He's a pitcher that has a pretty good fastball in the mid-90s, very good curveball, and a changeup. Made 25 starts last year, won 8 ball games.
Pirates project him down the road as being a Garrett Cole-type pitcher, an ace of a pitching staff. Tyone will make his first start of the year against the Twins. The Pirates out in the field. Corey Dickerson in left field. Starling Marte in center. Gregory Polanco in right. The defense brought to you by Northland Ford. Colin Moran at third. Jordy Mercer. Josh Harrison up the middle. Slugging Josh Bell at first and Francisco Cervelli behind the plate.
Yeah, you talked about Tyone. He's a guy that was their #1 pick for the Pirates back in 2010. He was 2nd overall. #1 that year, Bryce Harper. Pretty good draft right there out of Woodlands High School in Woodland, Texas.
Let's check out the Pizza Ranch for the win in the Twins' second home opener.
It has to come down to starting pitching. Starters have been hot. I mean, hot. 21 consecutive shutout innings for the starting staff to start the season.
Lynn appears to be ready. And Brian Dozier, who homered on the first pitch of the ball game yesterday in Baltimore, the first of his 2 home runs, will stand in, and we're about ready to go. Day game today, then there's an off day tomorrow, and then a night game here on Wednesday, and then the Twins will have their home opener Thursday against the Mariners.
Let's see if Brian swings at the first pitch he sees like he did in yesterday's ball game to hit his first home run of the year, put the Twins on the board early.
Tyone is ready, and here we go. On the inside corner.
Tyone, the Twins saw a little bit of Tyone in spring training back on May 4th. He pitched 2 2/3 innings against the Twins in Fort Myers. Gave up a couple runs.
And down and away. You'll see consistently mid-90s velocity. We've seen 95. That was 96 off the plate. And as you mentioned, a really good breaking ball.
Yeah, last year 133 2/3 innings, 125 strikeouts, and 46 walks. So that averages about 3 walks per 9 innings and just over 8 strikeouts per 9, 8.4 to be exact.
And generally, he keeps the ball in the ballpark. Just 11 home runs allowed last year. Twins have already hit 7, all of them with the bases empty. Chopped foul, 2-2. The Twins got here at a decent time last night from Baltimore, while the Pirates finished off a doubleheader against the Tigers at Comerica Park, a split doubleheader And they landed a little after midnight last night.
Yeah, always tough to play in cold weather. Of course, a pitcher, you know, your hands get cold. Sometimes the ball gets very slick. You're allowed to blow on your hands. And for a hitter, they have to wear a little extra garment underneath their jersey. So guys are a little more, I'd say, tied up or locked up a little bit. They're not just, you know, not like the summertime where you might wear one shirt underneath your jersey. Here they might have 2 or 3.
Or 7.
Yeah.
Tap foul. It's interesting today. Neither team took batting practice on the field, but got to the clubhouse 2.5 hours before game time. Byron Buxton, who's from Georgia, went out to the field with Max Kepler, and when they came back, I asked Byron, how is it out there? He said cold. And Max, of course, grew up in Berlin, said, it's not that bad. It just depends what you're used to.
Yes.
Popped up behind the plate and out of play. Already 7 pitches thrown from Taillon in the Dozier at bat.
Yeah, like a lot of ballparks, beautiful ballpark, not a lot of foul territory behind the bags, first base and third base, but very nice dimensions here. 325 down the left field line. Power alleys, not 364 like Baltimore, at 379 to left center. 410 to kind of like towards center field.
And caught on the line by Jody Mercer. Jody Mercer leaning down to his left, picking it off right before it hit the ground. 1 down.
Well, good at bat for Brian Dozier. Even though he made an out, he saw a lot of pitches, which helps Joe Mauer and Sano and the guys in the lineup. Scott, a report on Taillon making his first appearance against the Twins. Relies on that fastball and the curveball you talked about, Dick. Very good curveball, and he's pitched well in interleague. He's 3-1 in interleague play and 6 career starts with a very good 2.09 earned run average.
Strike 1 to Mauer. We mentioned in passing that the Pirates were in Detroit playing the Tigers, and with this series, the Pirates are the first team ever to start the season with back-to-back interleague series. Getting to use the DH in Detroit. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Obviously not here. So if you are of the belief that playing the other league for one reason or another is a bit disruptive, at least Clint Hurdle has 2 boxes checked already here in the first week. Mauer taps it to the right side. Harrison has it. And now 2 are gone. And that'll bring up Miguel Sano. Sano with a home run Saturday and another one yesterday.
See, guys like Miguel Sano, guys from Venezuela, or in Sano's case from the Dominican Republic, they don't like this weather. Why would they?
Yeah,
Well, they
guys
grew
like
up, it was hot.
and guys from California,
Florida now.
Florida now. You don't like it either, do you?
No, that's why I'm not sitting, I'm walking.
Pacing back and forth. 1-0 to Miguel Sano. Breaking ball, and Sano buckles, and the baseball hits the corner.
A very, very tight rotation on that breaking ball. Taillon, just 26 years old, his 3rd season with the Pirates.
Fouled over the Twins dugout, 1 and 2.
You know, we sit so high here. We're up by the light towers. Well, light towers a little bit above us, but the hardest part, I think when 2015 when we were here, to watch fly balls go out toward, we think, the outfield, and then the second baseman catches it.
And Sano strikes out.
Good fastball.
And Taillon has a 1-2-3 first inning. care less. He's in his 7th big league season and making his Twins debut here this afternoon.
Yeah, 72-47. Very good win-loss record for Lance Lynn. Very good 3.38 ERA. Has 2 complete games. One of those a shutout.
Pirates batting order brought to you again by Menards. It's Josh Harrison in the leadoff spot. Gregory Polanco, Starling Marte, Josh Bell, Corey Dickerson, Francisco Cervelli, Colin Moran, Jordy Mercer, and then the pitcher, Jamison Taillon.
Twins did a good thing back in March when they signed Lance Lynn to a 1-year contract on March 12th. Last year with the Cardinals, 33 starts. He won 11 ball games, and a lot of history between Lance Lynn and the Pirates. 7 wins, 7 losses in his career in 21 starts.
And Lynn misses down and away, ball 1 to Josh Harrison. And missing low, 2-0.
And Harrison in his 8th season with the Pirates, so there's some history right there between Lynn and Harrison. And Harrison 10 hits and 29 at bats, a .345 average with a couple home runs against Lynn.
There's the outside corner. What we saw from Lynn in spring training, and he signed and jumped right back into jumped into the Twins rotation. They had to build him up a little bit in and out of the major league games in spring training. Missing outside 3-1. Very aggressive, pitching ahead in the count. And in his first at bat, of course, his first plate appearance, he falls behind 3-1.
And he works at a good pace too. He doesn't take a lot of time between pitches, and that helps the defense, especially on a cool day.
5-pitch walk.
And for Lance Lynn, a little scouting report. Of course, he's making his Twins debut here this afternoon. Plenty of history, as we talked about. 21 prior starts against the Pirates, and we talked about his mound makeup. A guy that's not afraid to show emotion, kind of a bulldog out on that mound.
Gregory Polanco, the right fielder, will hit with a man aboard and nobody out. Throughout the afternoon, the temperature is supposed to climb to about 50 degrees. So the weather, though it might be a factor in the early innings, by the middle, late innings, it should be much more tolerable, at least for the players. I don't know about the color analysts. Popped up and back into the seat to strike.
Well, I keep moving my feet because I remember when I lived in Minnesota and you're out and you're cold and stuff. If your feet get cold, then everything else gets colder for some reason. So as you sit there, you're used to it. You probably have 4 or 5 maybe pairs of socks on. I have one.
No, just one.
Keep moving my feet around.
Driven to the gap in right center. One hop in the wall. A soft bounce off the wall, and the Twins starting rotation has just given up its first run. An RBI double for Gregory Polanco.
Well, Polanco had a very good series in the 3 games in Detroit where he drove in 5 runs. This is his 3rd double already on the year, driving in his 6th run. Harrison had a great jump on this at first base. It's a fastball away. And Harrison, seeing that it's going to split the gap, he takes off right away. You can see him almost around second base before the ball hit the turf. So he scores easily for an early 1-0 lead.
And that'll bring up Starling Marte. Harrison, as he approached second, knew he was going to be able to score and hustled his way around. Down and away, blocked by Castro. And it's 1-0 from Lynn to Marte. Swing and a miss with Lynn amping up to 95 miles per hour.
Good fastball middle in right there. Marte, I'm sure, trying to move Polanco over. Marte, 29 years old in his 7th season with the Pirates. an all-star for them a couple years ago. He's won a couple Gold Gloves in the outfield.
Missing inside 2-1.
Andrew McCutcheon no longer here, now with the San Francisco Giants, so now they have Marte roaming center field.
And another 3-ball count. Lynn's pitched 977 and 2/3 innings in the big leagues. He's picked up 919 strikeouts, so about a strikeout per inning pitch, and he could use one here. But he's delivered a 3-1 count to Marte. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Garvin Alston keeping notes.
I got on the bus yesterday. Garvin was sitting there. I said, boy, you know what? You are one smart pitching coach.
That was before the complete game that Barrios threw.
No, that was after. That was
game.
after.
And now a walk, and the first
walk.
3 batters have reached.
Well, you know, Lynn really, walks have not really been an issue, so maybe a little pumped up right here and making his Twins debut, second walk of the ball game.
Twins out in the field have Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Max Kepler in the Northland Ford defense. In the infield, Sano, Escobar, Dozier, and Mauer. Castro behind the plate. Might see Logan Morrison play first base tomorrow instead of Mauer with no designated hitter. There's Josh Bell, and Lynn looking for that first out. Strike on the outside corner.
Bell, a switch hitter from power from both sides of the plate. 3 hits in 10 at bats against Lynn.
Lynn trying to get a ground ball hit at somebody. Maybe get 2 outs with 1 pitch. For the Pirate dugout, 0-2. See Bell off to a good start. Pirates scoring a lot of runs against the Tiger pitching staff. There's a strikeout, and Lynn picks up the first out, 1 down.
And a good hard breaking ball right there does get the first out. Like the curveball right there went straight down. Lynn does have an assortment of pitches, a fastball, a little cut fastball, curveball, slider, and the changeup. So he's got all 4+ pitches.
And now making his Pirate home debut is Corey Dickerson. Dickerson was a teammate of Logan Morrison's last year with the Rays, and both of them had pretty good power numbers on the season. You know about Morrison's 38 home runs. This one bounced to the right side, and Mauer will go to the bag, get the out. 2 down, and the runners move up.
Yeah, Dickerson made the All-Star team actually last year for the Rays, as he hit 27 home runs.
And a lot of people think that Morrison should have made the All-Star team too after a strong first half. And now a big out here for Lynn to get. He'll face Francisco Cervelli.
Twins saw a lot of Cervelli when he was with the Yankees for 7 seasons. In his 4th season with the Pirates.
First 3 batters have reached, and now Lynn's got the next 2, trying to keep the damage to a minimum here. Swing and a miss, and Castro can't find the ball. I'm not sure who or what Chris Conroy was pointing to.
I wonder if he got crossed up right here. Take a look. Yeah, definitely crossed up. It hit the shin guard of the left leg of the umpire.
If not for that, a run would have scored.
Right.
Castro didn't know that the umpire had inadvertently blocked it. But you're right, that had to be a cross-up.
Yep. And luckily it stayed right there around home plate.
Now there was a runner at second in the Bell and Dickerson at bats.
Right.
So I don't know whether one party or the other changed signs, but not both. Down and away, dug out by Castro.
You know, a lot of times as a pitcher with 2 outs, you like working out of the windup rather than the stretch. But because of where Sano was playing at deep third base, Polanco has very good speed, gets a pretty good lead at third base. So if you're in that windup, he might, you know, get a good enough lead to maybe try to steal home.
We saw Kevin Pillar of the Blue Jays do that with Dylan Betances on the mound. Up and in. And it's 2-1.
Cervelli always a good hitting catcher. 10 seasons in the big leagues, a .275 hitter coming into this year. Not much power, 23 home runs in his career.
Saw pretty good numbers against the Twins. 2-1 from Lynn.
Boy.
And Lynn looks in at Chris Conroy saying, where was that? Where did that miss?
Well, let's take a look at the fastball. Boy, you don't get that pitch, it's going to be a long day.
Now the 3-ball count. Lynn has already walked 2 batters this inning. To the right field corner, the twisting foul, 3-2. Long inning for Lynn. This will be pitch number 23.
11 strikes, 11 balls so far here in the first inning. But work out of it right here. Need an out. Keep the damage to a minimum.
Full count. And a chopper up the line. Foul. Chris Conroy, the identified home plate umpire, Field and Culbreth, Brian Onora, and Chad Whitson on the bases. And another 3-2. Got a piece of the home plate umpire. Pirates were in Detroit. And home plate umpire Mike Everett got a pitch off the mask. Had to leave the ball game, but those foul balls sometimes I would guess would be even worse than a pitch. They sometimes come back awfully fast with a lot of spin. Conroy okay. Now the 25th pitch of Lynn's first inning. Held up and a third walk. The bases now are loaded for Moran.
This scenario, a lot of times you'll see the pitching coach go out, and here he comes. Marvin Alston coming out. I was going to say with the 6 allowed that you need, you have to really make sure that you time when you go out.
Right.
So I think this is a good trip right here. Get Lynn hopefully back into a groove. But a little off kilter right now. Marvin Alston doing all the talking, a little pat on the behind. Let's go. Let's get that final out. Ball off the plate.
Castro had to reach for it. And Lynn might have thought he hit the corner, but it looked outside. So just the first inning, but a big at bat here with the bases loaded. Only 1 run across so far. Down and away, ball one. Well, we talked about Lynn's strikeout ability in those 977 and 2/3 innings, 369 walks, which is a tad high. 3 walks already this inning. And ball 2 with Moran laying off a breaking ball.
Now Moran making his first Pirates debut here in Pittsburgh, coming over from the Houston Astros. Came over in the Garrett Cole trade. A couple years with the Astros. You got to challenge him with that fastball right here. And he missed.
3-0. Last year for St. Louis, 186 in the 3rd inning, 78 walks, which is very high. Going to having a hard time controlling the baseball here in his first inning. Right down the middle.
And you're going to have to do it again. Moran didn't get a lot of playing time for the Astros in the 2 years. Over 2 seasons, only 34 major league at bats.
30th pitch for Lynn. By the time Barrios had thrown his 30th pitch, we were in the 4th inning. Strike on the inside corner, a close pitch, nearly ball 4.
Ah, that's a pretty good pitch right here. You can see it right there. They got to do it again.
The carousel will start.
Yeah, trust your fastball right here. That's the type of pitcher Lynn is. He's going to challenge him. Just get it around the plate.
The count's full, the base is full. Deep to right field. A grand slam, and it's 5-0 Pittsburgh.
And Moran with just his 2nd major league home run. He had one for the Astros, and this one a big one. A 5-0 lead now thanks to Moran jumping on that high fastball and driving his first 4 runs of the season.
First inning curtain call and get one. And the batter now is Jordy Mercer.
Well, making your Pirates debut, that's not a bad start right there for Moran. Not good for Lance Lynn.
Mercer swings through, strike 1. One and one. Mercer just 1 hit in 11 at bats so far on the season. And now 1-2. Only 3 balls put in play. Dickerson's ground out to Mauer, but a ringing double off the bat of Polanco, and then the grand slam by Moran. It's been the walks that have been the biggest issue for Lance Lynn. On the ground, Sano fires across. It took 22 innings for somebody to score against the Twins starting pitcher, and the Pirates broke through with a 5 spot in the first inning. His Twins career, to be sure.
Well, of course not.
5 runs, 3 walks, a grand slam, busting the game open early, and the Twins have their work cut out against Jameson Taillon. And Moran, the guy who delivered the big blow, a grand slam. It'll be the middle of the Twins lineup. Eddie Rosario, Eduardo Escobar, and Max Kepler in the Twins' second inning. For Rosario, a couple of hits and 12 at bats, looking for home run number 1. He thought he had it on his first swing of the year, but Greg Gentry saw to it that it was an out instead. Strike 1 at the knees by Taillon. With this infield shift yesterday, Rosario dropped down a bunt base hit. That's essentially what how the Orioles played him. And Eddie rolled a base hit up the third baseline, part of a 4-run first inning. And the Pirates went into this shift after strike 1 and fouled over the Pirate dugout, 1 and 2. The second overall pick, as Bert mentioned, in 2010 to Bryce Harper. Up and away, and it's 2-2. Pirates had the split doubleheader yesterday, but their starting pitchers did a really good job taking care of some innings. Trevor Williams went 6. Chad Kuhl went into the 6th. Rosario strikes out, 1 away.
Yeah, something off speed right there at 86 miles an hour. Taillon picks up his second strikeout.
That'll bring up Eduardo Escobar.
A high changeup.
Escobar hit a low changeup over the wall in center field yesterday for his first home run of the year. Breaking ball over, strike 1. Fouled away into the seats. You remember, were you a good cold weather pitcher? Did you enjoy pitching?
Well, you had to be, you know, Minnesota. When I first came up, and well, my first in 1971. I joined the club in June of 1970, but I remember the 71 and the seasons at the old Met when we opened up. Yes, you have to find a way to keep your hand warm and throw strikes. Lynn had a tough time of that in the first inning.
1-2 to Escobar.
You know, they always talk about the winter, you know, cold winter. They go to, say, our team, and they'll talk about the cold winter. Well, guess what? Pirates have to play in it too.
Right.
So both teams are out here. Not the conditions they'd like to have, but you're playing a major league game. You do the best you can.
It'll be colder than hoped for at Target Field, but it's
right.
not just these markets. Everywhere. The Yankee game was snowed out today. The Mets have postponed their game tonight because of bad weather. A little roller, and that'll be the first Twins hit. Escobar, kind of a defensive hack. Now they throw back to the infield with Escobar chipping one on the ground up the third baseline.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking ball, and Escobar just kind of almost like defensive, just slapped the ball the other way. So take a look at the swing right here. Whoops. He just hits it down that third baseline with the shift. Gets an infield base hit.
And now Max Kepler. Pop up into the seats, 1 strike. Kepler with a home run, one of the 7 the Twins have hit, and down 5 runs. If the Twins are going to jump back into that, into the ball game, maybe win the ball game, they might have to hit a home run with somebody on base here or there.
Well, you'd like to come back with an inning like the Pirates had, but you need to, you know, get one here, there, and then it's up to Lynn and whoever else keep the Pirates where they're at 5 runs.
1-1. Mentioned that the Pirates starters did a good job yesterday getting into and through the 6th inning. As a result, the bullpen, despite 2 games yesterday, is in decent shape. Except for Rivera, their closer. He saved both games, and one would think would not be available today. So, yeah, it's important to try to get back into this game, and if you do it 1 or 2 at a time, that's fine. You got plenty of time to do that. 1-2 to Kepler. And a breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. Kepler's out with first base occupied.
And strikeout number 3. Good hard breaking ball right there underneath the swing of where left-handers like it. Of course, Kepler got a breaking ball that stayed up about knee high for that home run, and you can see that pitch where it was. Just lands on the other side of the plate for strikeout number 3.
And now Buxton. 3 hits for Byron on the year in 11 at bats. Over for strike 1 with a breaking ball.
Good fastball.
Up and in, a swing and a miss, 0-2.
95-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. After a good curveball that gets strike 1, you can see Cervelli, he wanted that pitch up.
Escobar at first after his 1-out single.
They're going back in again.
Breaking ball. Buxton strikes out. Tyone strikes out the side, stranding Escobar at first. It's still 5-0. Will have their home opener on Thursday. And Fox Sports North is joining the Twins, celebrating with breakfast on the plaza. A good hot breakfast will be nice, perhaps. You can drive through, bike through, walk up to grab a free ballpark fare breakfast and receive a free Fox Sports North poster and learn how you can watch the Twins on Fox Sports Go. Tyone Takes low, ball one, and Lynn hoping for a much smoother ride in inning number 2.
Of course, in the National League, the pitchers hit, so Tyone, who has 9 hits and 70 at bats, is up 129 career average.
And he misses badly, 2-0. Both pitchers have to throw a baseball with cold fingers, with Lynn clearly having a greater time, tougher time doing it than Tyone. 2-1. Chop to the right side. Dozier has plenty of time. Tyone jogs to first, 1 down. Odorizzi in the opener on Thursday, Gibson on Saturday, Barrios yesterday. Brilliant, outstanding. We knew the bubble was going to burst. We didn't know it was going to burst with a 5 spot.
Yeah, we didn't want the 5 spot. Maybe 1. You know, that was a big out that he was trying to get before Moran hit the grand slam. Got out of that, you only give up 1 run. But instead, it's 5.
You know, I mean, it all comes down to the control, doesn't it? I mean, the grand slam came on a 3-2 pitch. He had to throw a fastball, and Moran knew he was going to throw a fastball and hit one that maybe wasn't even a strike up out of the strike zone and hit it into the seats.
Yeah, you're not going to last too long, and Lynn knows that. You know, he made a mistake not only on that pitch, but the 3 walks prior to that. You know, 35 pitches he needed in that first inning.
1-0 to Harrison, and the trouble for Lynn started early when he walked Harrison. Harrison scored on Polanco's double. There were 2 more walks than the home run, and now it's 2-0 to Harrison here in the second. Pulled foul.
Harrison, 30 years old. They list him at 5'8", about 185 pounds. Makes his home out of Cincinnati, in Cincinnati. Signed by the Cubs originally back in 2008 out of the University of Cincinnati. 2-time All-Star for the Pirates.
High fly, right field. Kepler trots in, and that's out number 2. And Polanco will come to the plate with the bases empty. Polanco drove in the first run with a double and then came in on the Moran home run. Outside, and Lynn falls behind again.
Polanco, one of these guys, very young, 26 years old, from the Dominican Republic. Spent 3 stints on a disabled list last year. He had a lot of hamstring injuries, left hamstring strain. Spent 3 different stints on that DL.
Well, you can just look at Lynn, and he's just flummoxed out there. He's frustrated with his lack of command. Can't seem to throw anything consistently where he wants to. Half swing, and he got a check swing strike, 2-1.
Sometimes you just get out of whack a little bit, and Lynn trying to find that balance point. He's rushing a little bit, which sometimes doesn't allow the arm to catch up to your body. Sometimes you have to show a little more back pocket once you get to that point right there. But the breaking ball just very inconsistent. And the control of the fastball, not that what we will see from Lynn throughout the summer.
Missing and missing badly.
Well, you can almost see him rushing that ball up there rather than staying back. So a little overamped maybe.
And I would think it would be a challenge for Garvin Alston, any pitching coach. Alston, in his case, he's in his first year, but he hasn't seen a lot of Lance Lynn. And so you're talking about, you know, mechanical things, showing more back pocket and all that. Well, Garvin hasn't seen enough of Lynn to maybe pick up on some of that stuff.
But Lynn's been around long enough. He's got to feel that, you know,
Right.
when you're rushing out and you're not allowing your arm to catch up to get out front.
There's a strike. And Lynn gets ahead of Starling Marte.
Well, you mentioned he almost has 1,000 innings pitched at the big league level. He's made a lot of starts. So you have good ones, you have bad ones, and so far this has been a bad one for Lance Lynn.
And now up and in 1-1.
But your goal is to get out of this inning and hopefully keep it at a 5-0 deficit.
Remembering, of course, that we're playing with National League rules, so Lynn's spot in the batting order is going to come up on the top of the third. Chopper to short. And underhand, just barely in time. They were able to get the force play on Polanco at second base. A scoreless second, on to the third, and it's 5-0 Pittsburgh. Sprinkled in. And an invitation to join T-Mobile all season long. Sign up now through April 2nd at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Dick Bramer, Burt Blyleven, Marnie Gellner here in Pittsburgh. We've been here before. It's a gorgeous ballpark. If you wanted to identify the most scenic ballpark in the National League, this might be it. Gorgeous. Great view of city of Pittsburgh. River running behind the right field seating area.
Right over the Clemente Bridge, right over the center field wall. Beautiful.
What they name after you? You pitched here for a few
There's
years.
a bathroom I think they named after me.
Okay.
Downstairs, yeah.
Jason Castro will lead things off, then Lance Lynn and Brian Dozier.
So to answer your question, no, nothing.
Really?
That's okay.
Nothing?
No, they should be. They got a Clemente Bridge. They should have a Stargell Bridge, because Willie Stargell was. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
He like Clemente. Just they were pirates to me. They represented the Minnesota, or excuse me, the Pittsburgh Pirates as well as anybody.
Well, I know outside the ballpark in Arlington, they have inlaid
The bricks.
the bricks with the names of the players on the various teams.
Right.
And some of us thought that you were a brick or two short along the way anyway. And there they were outside the ballpark in Arlington.
Thank you for that.
2-2 to Castro. I got to see him play once in St. Louis as a kid. We went to the old Busch Stadium, and I got to see the Pirates. So I can say that I got to see the great Roberto Clemente. Outside, close pitch to Castro, 3-2.
It's not only what he did on the field, it's what he did off the field that people remember. And that's the way you want to be remembered.
That's to left center, but hanging in the air for Dickerson. Castro put the barrel on it, one away, and that'll bring up Lynn. Lynn, not much of a hitter.
Oh, come on.
He said as much when I asked him. Asked him yesterday. I said, how are you with the bat? And he goes, not very good.
23 hits, 272 at bats. That's a .085 batting average.
272 at bats, 152 strikeouts.
Does have 5 doubles. Driven in 5 runs.
1-0. Contact. 1-1.
Well, like
Dozier
most
on deck.
pitchers, you know, you want to be able in situations, you're hoping Castro gets on so you can bunt. Lynn does have 35 sacrifices, but here he's got to swing away.
Missing inside, 2-1. Later on this year, the Twins will play by National League rules in St. Louis, in Milwaukee, in Chicago against the Cubs. Pop up to short, and Mercer makes the catch, 2 down. And I think that's it. Didn't miss anybody, did I, in the interleague schedule? National League ballparks.
Milwaukee, did you say the Brewers?
Yeah, we have that curious road trip where we spend a full week in Chicago. Last 3 games against the Cubs, and then the 3 right after that in Milwaukee. So there'll be 6 games in a row where the Twins will play by National League rules.
What's the chances of Dan Gladden not making the last couple of games? If he's going to spend a week in Chicago? What's the over and under on that?
Down and in a ball, 1-1. Well, his per diem's going to run out by Wednesday. And Dozier lifts it to right center. And Polanco drifts over to the gap, makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 third inning for Jamison Tayo. His a timeline, the highlight probably the years where he's had postseason play, over 50 innings pitched in the postseason, which the Twins hope will be beneficial come October.
Yeah, of course he had the Tommy John in 2016. Last year, kind of a year that actually pitched pretty well. 11 wins, 33 starts, worked 186 in the third innings.
If you just joined us, the Pirates rung up 5 runs against Lynn. You can see he's been even with the missed year because of the Tommy John surgery, he's high up on the list of starters in games started. 1 strike to Josh Bell, who struck out in the 5-run first.
That's Lynn's only strikeout so far.
Missed the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Foul back. Happens to everybody. Lynn's job now, as you suggested, is pitch some innings here. He's gotten through his at bat. The Twins want him to pitch a few innings here yet.
Yeah, you know, I mentioned Bell's, you know, power from both sides of the plate. You can see his open stance, but then once that pitch is delivered, that right leg goes right toward that pitcher.
And that right leg just got hit by a foul ball.
You know, a lot of times you'll see guys, especially hitters today, they'll creep up on home plate. He's pretty much in the middle of that batter's box as far as he can get, and you can see him step right toward.
Oh, that never hit him. That hit behind the plate.
I love how hitters use that back leg, kind of like a pitcher does to throw off that pitching rubber. The hitters use the same thing. All the balance is on that back leg, and that generates that power. Bell with 26 home runs last year in his rookie season.
2-2. Only one infielder over there.
Oh,
It's
nice
Escobar, and Mauer has to dig out a short throw. One down.
Yeah, nice play all around right there. Escobar has to come charging in, gets that little short hop, not the easiest, and then on the run throws it low to Joe, and Joe, as he does so well right there, picking it for the first out.
One down. And that'll bring up Dickerson. Hit a ground ball to Mauer his first time up. Twins haven't committed an error yet. And we expect that bubble will burst too at some point, but this is expected to be a really good defensive ball club.
Yeah, they were a good defensive ball club last year.
One strike, and now to the left field corner foul. Really cut back on the number of errors.
Yeah, last year the Twins had only 78 errors in 162 ball games.
Dozier winning a Gold Glove. Buxton winning a Platinum Glove. High fastball gets a strikeout for out number 2.
And strikeout number 2 for Lynn. So he went up the ladder right there, and Dickerson unable to lay off of that high fastball.
Lynn ended up losing Cervelli to a walk in front of Moran's grand slam. Strike called with Cervelli turning away.
Well, Cervelli, 32 years old, out of Venezuela, signed by the Yankees back in 2003.
Half swing. Nope. 1-1. Pirates only have 2 hits, but Lynn has issued 4 walks.
That last pitch like a slider right there.
There's Clint Hurdle.
Clint Hurdle in his 8th season here with the Pittsburgh Pirates, also managed the Rockies for 8 years.
while back. Had great success with the Rockies. Success here with Pittsburgh, getting to the wild card game 3 years in a row. As disappointed as you might have been last year when the Twins lost the wild card game to the Yankees, multiply that times 3. That's what they had here in Pittsburgh. 3 years in a row they had really good teams, got into the wild card game and lost all 3. 1-2, and now 2-2. Half swing and another appeal. Field and Cobra said he didn't swing then either. 3-2.
This will be pitch number 67.
And he missed inside. Walk number 5.
Well, 35 needed in that first inning, 16 in the second, and so far 16 here in the third.
Career high 6 walks and for Lance Lynn back in 2015, and he's already issued 5.
Yep.
Yep. Late on a fastball, strike 1. Ran on a 3-2 pitch, hammered one into the seating area above the scoreboard in right to take a 1-0 game and turn it into a 5-0 game. And a strike called.
Well, go back to that first inning. 3-2 fastball about letter high, and Moran made it from a 1-0 to a 5-0 Pirates lead on that one swing. And did you know that Jim Palmer never gave up a grand slam?
I got through the weekend with him not telling me that. Jim's a good friend of ours, but it's remarkable. As many innings as he pitched, he never did give up a grand slam.
I know. You know, next time he mentions, I want to ask him, how many guys did you walk bases loaded so you wouldn't give up a grand slam?
How many did you give up? Do you know offhand?
20 maybe. I don't know.
1-2.
Ask me if I remember any of them. Just ask me.
Well, do you remember any of them?
No.
All right. How many home runs did you give up?
Well, how many in my career?
Yes.
430, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Made a lot of fans happy. My kids used to sit out in left field when I started.
Your kids did?
Yeah. They brought their gloves and everything. Dad's pitching. We're going to left field.
Well, there were 50 of them in 1 year, which is still the record.
And 46 the next. I must have missed a start.
Tapper, left side. Escobar. That's Sano over there. He makes the play.
But I also led the league in innings pitched, too.
Another walk, but a scoreless third for Lance Lynn. And Joe Mauer will bat for the Twins in the 4th inning, leading things off. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Joe Mauer will try to start a Twins comeback. Twins down 5-0. And Mauer typically has done pretty well in interleague play. 322 average, 21 home runs. A lot of that at the expense of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah. Well, we all know Joe can hit.
Twins have just one hit so far against Jamison Tyone.
Yeah, that was the infield hit by Escobar. 4 strikeouts for Tyone. No walks. Pitch count good.
Outside, ball 1. I was reminded, by the way, the Pirates did win their first wild card game in their run of 3 straight. They beat the Reds. The one that really hurt was the one in 2015. The last year they were in postseason play. They won 98 ball games that year, and all it got them was a one and done in the playoffs. That's a lot of wins to have just one playoff game. 1-1 to Mauer.
What was the year that Seattle with Lou Piniella manager, 116
yep.
wins, and they didn't advance?
They were eliminated in the first round.
Yep.
Strike called, and it's 1-2, and so far Tyone's done his job in handling a big lead. Throw strikes, make sure you don't walk anybody.
This will be pitch number 50 with a right-hander.
That's hit well to left field. Dickerson is over, and he'll reach up and pull it down. Another well hit ball to the opposite field for Mauer. His bullets have gone to left field, and he's gotten a couple of doubles that way. 1 down.
I was just going to say, it seems like every ball that he has hit sharply has been that way. So Joe waiting back nicely as he does. Hit it sharply, but Dickerson ran it down.
That'll bring up Miguel Sano. Sano striking out swinging his first time up. And we've seen a lot of that, a lot of swings and misses. Sano's hit a couple of home runs, but the strikeouts already starting to pile up. 15 at bats and 9 strikeouts. 0-2.
Well, 96-mile-an-hour fastball followed by an 82-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
James Rowson, hitting coach for the Twins, has seen a lot of Sano's swings and misses. Up and high with a fastball. 1-2. Rosario on deck. Close pitch, 2-2. Bounces in. Tyone was on his way, he thought, to a good year last year. Season interrupted with a bout of testicular cancer. Had surgery in May of last year. Came back 5 weeks later and resumed his spot on the rotation. Scalded. Foul by about 5 feet. Solid contact, but a line drive hooking foul. And the count is 3-2.
Now, Tyone making his 44th major league start here this afternoon. 13 wins, 11 losses. Very good ERA, just under 4.
And a called third strike. 2 down in the 4th, and that'll bring up Rosario.
And that's the first called third strike of the 5 strikeouts that Tyone has. Went back to the fastball.
On the outside corner.
Looked like I had plenty of the plate.
Sano with just 6 balls put in play so far in this, the 4th game. 2 of them over the fence. Here's Rosario. And a pitch inside, gets a swing and a miss. It'd be nice, of course, if the bluebirds were chirping and the weather was warmer, but this is the way it's going to be for a while. It's going to be, if anything, it's going to feel colder Wednesday night because of the wind. Off the glove of Tyone, and Rosario will get an infield hit, second Twins hit, and that'll bring up Escobar.
Yeah, as a pitcher, ball hit back to you, want to react, and Tyone went back and went over his body to try to snare that ball, hit off his glove, and then ricocheted over towards shortstop. So Twins get their second hit, both of them infield base hits.
Old habits die hard. Pitchers, of course, can look behind them, see where the defense is, and look like Mercer or Harrison, or a Moran rather, or Mercer could have made the play on that ground ball, but you know, it's hit back at you and you think you can make the play yourself. And here's Escobar. He got an infield hit off the end of his bat his first time up. On the outside corner. Missing inside, 1-1. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. 63 pitches for Tyone. He hasn't walked anyone. He's had a couple of 3-ball counts. Twins trying to string something together here after the second out. And kicks away from Cervelli. And Rosario advances 90 feet.
That'll be a wild pitch, charge to Tyone.
Single to the outfield. Might score a run.
Well, breaking ball down. Cervelli tried to knock it down, and see the chest protector opened up a little bit, and the ball ricocheted away from him.
And Escobar got a pitch up, fouled it straight back. Pirates come to Minnesota later on in the year. So a little 4-game home and home interleague series. And Escobar waves at strike 3. Rosario gets to second base, but that's it. And into the bottom of the 4th, and it's still 5-0 Pittsburgh. through the hype. You can catch Speak for Yourself with Colin Cowherd and Jason Whitlock weekdays at 4 p.m. Central, only on FS1. If you had a show, it might be called Talking to Yourself. This is Speak for Yourself.
I just wonder if Jason and who wrote that. I mean,
Well, it's true now where they're saying it cuts through the hype, but we're kind of hyping the show when we read the promo, right?
Yeah. Okay. Just wonder if they wrote it themselves.
Jordy Mercer will lead things off in the 4th against Lance Lynn. If you just joined us, the Pirates, thanks largely to a grand slam, scored 5 runs in the first inning against Lynn. He really struggled with his control, and it's gotten marginally better since. He's walked at least 1 in each of his 3 innings so far. Mercer, then Tyon, and then Harrison will hit for the Pirates here in the 4th.
Yeah, it's just one of those days. It seems like Lance is in the strike zone, then he's out and not missing by a couple inches. He's missing more than that. So just the inconsistency of like a pitch like that. You can see the frustration of him throwing his right hand, through the strike zone. It's just not there. 76 pitches, 41 strikes, so a strike to ball ratio, not Lance Lynn, that I know we'll see throughout the summer a lot better.
Driven to right. Kepler will play it on a hop, and it's a leadoff hit for the number 8 batter.
And you fall behind an account, you have to come in with a hittable pitch. And Mercer picks up the 3rd hit. Got a double, a grand slam, and this is a base hit. Single.
And now we'll see if Tyon can bunt with the number 8 batter reaching.
Tyon in his career, 70 at-bats. Does have 9 sacrifices. And he's squaring around early.
Rolling and foul, strike 1. Now, you never claimed to be a good hitter, but
No.
you did claim to be a good bunter.
I took a lot of pride in bunting, yes. And the word hitter never was in my, nobody ever said, boy, look at him. Now, when I was with the Pirates, we had some very good hitters like Candelaria, Jim Bibby, Bruce Keeson, Jim Rooker was a very good hitter. Donnie Robinson was probably the best hitter of all of them. And then later, Rick Rhoden. So, yeah, there were some good hitting pitchers. I just wasn't one of them.
For those of us who played Stratomatic, a baseball game with dice, you would have, Rooker would have been a 4 in terms of a hitting pitcher. You would have been
I had a number?
1. You would have been a 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
At least I had a number.
Your card.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Bunted foul. Your Stratomatic card would have been like 212. There would have been a walk. And then somewhere 3-7 it would have been.
Somebody walked me?
Well,
Hope
there
they
was a
released
possibility somebody could have walked you.
That person probably got released.
And then 3-7 it would have been like a single 1 through 4 pop-up 5 through 20, and that's a little obscure. If you haven't played Stratomatic, you don't even know what that means.
No,
but
you're right.
Swing and a miss, and with 2 strikes they let him try to make contact, and he didn't. Kind of surprised about that.
Well, the first out, and Lynn picks up his 3rd strikeout.
There's Josh Harrison. Walked and scored in the 1st, hit a fly ball to Kepler in the 2nd. Stocking cap on, jacket. Now you got your stocking cap, your Twins fantasy camp stocking cap. Chopped off the line, foul. I've got 2 stocking caps in my hotel room here in Pittsburgh. 2 of them. You'd think I could bring 1 if I wanted to wear one today. Why did I bring them to Pittsburgh if I wasn't going to wear them? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, you can see where we're at, way up here. Go a little bit higher, you see the light towers.
I think the vantage point at Nationals Park in D.C. is even higher than this. I watched the game from the booth in D.C., the exhibition game that started this road trip, I guess. We're a little bit further back in D.C. than we are here.
Yeah, you wonder Mercer maybe jamming his finger, diving back into the bag, and holding that right hand.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
The pin, more the pinky. See Joe, does he put a tag on him? No, just dove to the edge of the bag.
He didn't hit Joe's spikes or anything, I don't think.
Jam that pinky into the bag. One thing Lynn has done over his career, he's done a good job of holding on runners. Only 27 stolen bases against him in 56 tries. So pretty good at holding on runners. This is his 162nd major league start.
Down and away 1-1.
Lynn does have 7 pickoffs.
To left, hit well. Rosario is there to catch the line drive, and out number 2. And that'll bring up Gregory Polanco.
Boy, sad to say, you look at Lynn's performance here. Yeah, you had the double by Polanco, you had the grand slam, and then you had the little, quail into right field. And really, that's been it. It's been the base on balls that has kind of hurt him, especially in the first inning. But the pitch count mounting now. This will be pitch number 85.
Lynn's spot in the batting order is due up 4th in the 5th inning. The Twins have some bullpen activity with Trevor Hildenberger getting loose. Down and in, ball 1 to Gregory Polanco. Polanco started the scoring with a crisp double off the fence in right center field. There's Hildenberger.
Yeah, I'd have to guess, Dick, and it's just me thinking with 85 pitches, if he gets out of this inning, I don't know if they want to send him back.
Yeah.
No matter where he's in the lineup.
Well, you
just has not been sharp.
But you've also got a matter of limited bench players and all that.
Well, you do gain one more with the pitcher hitting in the National League. Twins have 5 bench players.
Missing outside, 3-0 with Starling Marte on deck. 3 walks in the first inning, another in the second, another in the third, and with 2 outs, Lynn's fallen behind Polanco 3-0. Hopped up, backing out of play.
Yeah, Polanco green lighted on that 3-0 count.
Un-Lynn-like line for the first-year Twins pitcher. And his 6th walk, tying a career high, and it comes with 2 outs here in the 4th. First and second, 2 down, and now Starling Marte. You certainly want to get Lynn through this inning.
Right. Yeah. Now you want to end the threat right here. Hopefully this is the last batter he faces this inning. Got to get Marte out.
Marte with a walk and a run scored in the first. Up high, ball 1.
Got to try to make a quality pitch right here for Lance Lynn. Don't just become a thrower. Still make good pitches. There's one.
A strike.
Sometimes, and I've been there, Dick, where you get frustrated at the way that you're not performing, and then you try to do too much and you end up hanging a cookie and you get hurt. Got to refocus. Get this out right here. You can't do anything about the grand slam or the walks. All you can do is try to get Marte out here. You can see, get him underneath that ball right there. And what I meant by getting underneath, the arm's just not catching up to the body. The body's way out there, and he almost slinged that ball toward home plate. So the balance is just not there.
2-1. 3-1.
Yeah, that's one thing that Jose Barrios had great balance yesterday, how he pushed off. And let's take a couple pitches ago. Watch the arm. You can see he's normally more on top, and he got underneath that ball.
Marte might have swung at ball 4, but it's a full count.
Now the runners will be taking off with 2 outs. Good speed on the bases with Mercer and Polanco.
Marte trying to walk that off, foul into his front leg. And I got to believe one way or the other, this is going to be the last man that Lynn is going to face. Remember, he started late in spring training. He's thrown 94 pitches. He's tried to make up for lost time, but you know, Barrios, who'd been in camp all year long, was kind of stretched out at what, 107 or whatever it was.
107 he threw, right.
And now they're going to come out and take a look at Marte. And ball hit him, I think, above the padded area, right above the pad. We've talked about this so many times. Every once in a while, and it happened to Miguel Sano last year.
Oh boy!
You
Ouch.
get hit in the shin like that, and that there aren't more bones broken because of that is amazing.
I'm going back. I remember Jermaine Dye did that.
Ended his season.
Yep.
So Lynn's had plenty of time in between pitches here to try to regain his focus and make sure he doesn't issue a career high 7th walk. Bell's on deck.
A little sacrifice fly right here for the 3rd out. Got to get out of it right here. Good pitch.
Drilled
That's
to
good.
Sano.
Good pitch. Got an out.
A bullet to the Twins' 3rd baseman. The Pirates strand 2. Lynn very likely done after 4 innings. The Pirates have a 5-0. Completed 4 innings. His spot is due up 4th this inning, but very likely his day is done. And our Sanford Health injury report. The subject is a relief pitcher for the Pirates, A.J. Schugel, who's going to be on the DL retroactive to March 26th because of a right shoulder discomfort. Schugel actually had a pretty good year going last year, an ERA of under 2, won 4 ball games. Max Kepler will lead off the 5th. Twins have a couple of scratch singles. They've They've had a tough time with Jamison Tyone rather. Down and in, ball one.
I'd like to get a base runner or two here, so when that pitcher spot does come up, you know, if they go 1, 2, 3, then Paul maybe has to do a double shift. You know, so I'd like to get maybe some runs on the board this inning.
Yeah, if you get a couple of guys on base for the pitcher spot, you've got some power in Logan Morrison. You
Right.
can pull him off the bench and take a shot at jumping back into the ball game. 1-1 to Kepler. Struck out swinging his first time up. 2-1.
Tyone with 6 strikeouts. He has not walked a Twin batter yet. Given up only 2 hits, both of them infield hits.
Tapper, right side. And a flip to first by Mercer, 1 away. And that'll bring up Buxton. And for more on the Twin center fielder and his hitting ability, let's go to Marnie Gelner.
I was talking to Byron today about his approach at the plate and how much more comfortable he feels right now. He said he's actually making adjustments from pitch to pitch rather than at bat to at bat, because he just knows a little bit more where he needs to be in the box. And he said, explained it like this. He said, before, if I took 1 pitch for a strike, then I would start thinking, even overthinking, what is he going to try to do to me now? Now I'm guessing. And he said, I would get into an 0-2 hole before I even thought about swinging at a good pitch. And Buck said now he's trying to think less, let his instincts and reaction and athleticism take over when he's swinging.
A good point. I mean, that's exactly what Marnie was talking about. He took the first one and then he jumped on the second one and just almost did that. It would have been an extra base hit. Ball missed that left field chalk line maybe by a foot. So good swing right there by Byron. Ball just foul.
1-1 to Buxton. And chopped foul. And we might see here one thing that we've noticed from Byron. He's a lot more comfortable with 2 strikes. He's been much more successful with 2 strikes. I think strikeouts are always going to be a part of his game. I think he's always going to be a 1 strikeout per 4 or 5 at bat type of guy. That's what he was in the minor leagues when he succeeded in the minor leagues. 1-2. Inside, 2-2.
Tried the curveball right there. Left it inside. Tyone trying to get that breaking ball over. I think he wanted it away.
Between Gene Glenn and the line. Fastball got him. 2 down.
And strikeout number 7.
That'll bring up Castro.
Good fastball straight over the top. Buxton swinging through it. 6 of the 7 strikeouts have been swinging strikeouts.
Here's Castro. Little liner to left field his first time up. Outside, ball 1. Parts of a couple of years, and Tyone has a winning mark, 13-11, an ERA of under 4. There's Morrison in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance with a man aboard. There's a strike, 1-1. Again, the Pirates have very high hopes for Tyone, developing into an ace. Up and away. 2-1.
Yeah, born in Lakeland, Florida, but grew up just north of the Houston area. Signed out of high school, Woodlands High School in Woodlands, Texas.
Fastball that just is overpowering. A lot of swings and misses with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
Well, they list him at 6'5", about 230.
Lefty Taylor Rogers is loose now in the Twins pen. He might pitch next for the Twins. And a Hall, third strike. Castro doesn't agree. And it's a 1-2-3 fifth for Tayo. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Lance Lynn survived after a rough first inning, but now he gives way to Taylor Rogers.
And Taylor Rogers making his 2018 debut. He did not pitch in that 3-game series in Baltimore. Had a very consistent season last year. 69 relief appearances. Very good. 3.07 earned run average. 55 2/3 innings. 49 strikeouts. 21 walks.
Outside a ball. Middle of the Pirate lineup: Bell, Dickerson, and Cervelli. Line to left. And a solid single leading off the 5th inning. And Dickerson will bat. He's hit a ground ball to first and struck out. Strike. 5 runs for the Pirates in the first inning, 4 of them scoring on Colin Moran's grand slam. Obviously the bullpen's in good shape. Not only is there an off day tomorrow, but the starting pitcher yesterday gave the bullpen a day off. So there's some guys out there like Rogers. Tyler Kinley's yet to get into a ball game. We might see him later today.
One thing about Taylor Rogers, he does very well against left-handed hitters. Left-handers last year hit only 173 off of them. And right-handers 287.
Defensive hack and a foul. That wasn't a hack, it was more of a wave.
More of a defensive swing. Taylor, 27 years old. Signed by the Twins in 2012 out of the University of Kentucky. Makes his home in Colorado. Met his dad in Baltimore. They were there in Baltimore, some of the family.
Might be two. Dozier to Escobar, and a strong throw by Escobar, and the Twins do turn a twin killing. 2 down, and that'll bring up Cervelli. See, I like Cervelli's walk-up music. Dean Martin, That's Amore, nice Italian song.
Well, he's from Venezuela.
Well, I know, but it's Cervelli. It sounds Italian.
Boy, you know all about Italian. You just left Baltimore.
Every Italian restaurant I went to played Dean Martin and That's Amore. Everyone. First pitch strike over the inside corner. Cervelli's walked twice. And missing down and in. 1-1. Pirates ended up succeeding where the Twins failed, I guess you could say, with Cervelli, who was a backup catcher with New York, and the Pirates brought him over here to be their regular catcher. And of course, the Twins had the same idea with John Ryan Murphy, but that didn't work out well at all. And the Twins ended up trading Murphy to the Diamondbacks. One and two to the Pirate catcher.
Just reading on Cervelli, his father was actually born in Italy. Well, he was born in Venezuela. And Cervelli played for the Italian team in the WBC.
Fly to right, Kepler's under it.
So play the song for him.
A 1-2, well, kind of a 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Rogers. He faces just 3 men, and we move on to the 6th. He swung a bat in the first inning with 3 men on and hit a home run, and it's mainly his fault. 5-0 Pirates. Our Pepsi fan of the game's got a stocking cap on. See, I have a theory about stocking caps, and since you're wearing one, Pepsi fans of the game here.
Yes.
They're very functional, and I wear them a lot. But they immediately reduce your appearance by 15 IQ points.
Oh boy, that doesn't help me.
people just don't look as smart wearing stocking caps.
Well, that's only your opinion.
I know,
okay?
it is only my opinion.
And you know what opinions are like.
But I'm saying I look less intelligent wearing a stocking cap. So I'm including myself in the group. It's just not. It doesn't display. It doesn't give an intelligent, project an intelligent image.
That's not very nice of when you're not wearing a hat and I am. So you're basically telling me.
And I'm saying
that. Okay.
Sean Rodriguez is in the game at short. We remember that Jordy Mercer looked like he jammed a finger diving back into the first base bag. So we'll get word. If we get word, we'll pass it along to you. And the batter is Robbie Grossman, hitting in what was the pitcher spot. He fouls it back, and it's 1-2. Now the hat I'm going to wear on Thursday, my fur hat, probably will take 50 IQ points off of me. I don't know, but
you told me what you spent on that hat, and
that
you better wear it.
That doesn't speak to my intelligence.
Yeah.
Grossman takes a call, third strike, one down.
And strikeout number 9. That ties a career high for Taillon. Had 9 strikeouts last year on July 4th against the Phillies in Philadelphia. 9 strikeouts. Pitch strikeout number 9, a fastball, middle in. And he came into the ball game in 7 interleague starts. This is his 7th interleague start. 6 starts, 3-1, 2.09 ERA. So he's pitched well against American League teams.
Dozier lifts it foul behind the plate, out of play, strike 1. Brian 0 for 2. Hit a liner to short. Mercer made a nice pickup with his glove right above the ground. And then he hit a fly ball to right. And another foul ball, and it's 0-2.
'87 pitches, 58 strikes, 29 balls, 2-to-1 ratio. Outstanding for this young right-hander.
Drive to left field, deep to the corner. Dickerson in the corner, and that ball is gone. A home run for Brian Dozier, just inside the foul pole.
Yeah, 325 down that left field line. Is just a matter of Dickerson could get to it, but too far out of his reach. So Dozier hitting his 3rd home run, and Twins are on the board.
Dozier tying Matt Davidson, who hit all 3 of his home runs in the opening game for the White Sox. Dozier with his 3rd. And the Twins have now hit 8 home runs, all of them with the bases empty.
Well, Cervelli wanted that pitch up, and it was, and Brian said, nope, I can get to it before Cervelli, you can catch it. It was a matter of Dickerson just running out of room.
And now Mauer takes ball 1. Joe with a bouncer to second and a liner to left. Taken low, and it's 2-0. Taillon hasn't walked a man. Twins will take base runners in any way with Sano on deck. Love to get Mauer aboard and see if they can peck away at this now 4-run lead. Still 95. Popping the glove of Cervelli. Slash to left, a base hit. Mauer aboard. And the 3rd time through the batting order, the Twins are getting better swings and better results against Taillon. That'll bring up Sano. Sano with 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking.
And Clint Hurdle coming out, going to make a pitching change.
92 pitches for Taillon. He's gotten an out here in the 6th. Edgar Santana has been warming up. We expect him to come into the ball game here. Pirates off to a good start, and they got another good start from Tyone. He comes off the mound leading by 4. That today.
Yeah, it doesn't matter IQ, it's the numbers that you put up, and he had career high 9 strikeouts, tied a career high in 5 1/3 innings, 92 pitches, 61 strikes. So he pitched a very good ball game going into the 6th inning. Edgar Santana making his 3rd relief appearance in his 2nd season with the Pirates. Last year appeared in only 19 games, most of them in AAA. That's where he spent most of the time. Out of the Dominican Republic, just 26 years old.
Sano with 2 more strikeouts today.
Scouting report on Santana. 4-seam, 2-seam fastball, hard slider, and a changeup.
Down and away, ball 1.
And that was a slider right there, missing down.
Some control issues in the big leagues. 18 innings last year, 12 walks. Twins will take base runners here, trying to get back into the ball game. Comeback started with the Dozier home run. Another one bouncing to the plate.
Yeah, 20 strikeouts, Dick, in the 18 innings, but 12 walks, 16 hits. That means a lot of base runners against him.
And a couple of home runs mixed in there as well last year. Foul.
Watch out.
Just beyond the protective netting. 2-1. The home opener for the Pirates after starting their season 3-0 against the Tigers. And a quick start for Pittsburgh with a 5-0 lead. Three and 1. We talked about all the Sano strikeouts. He's yet to draw a walk. Rosario on deck.
Let's see what Cervelli wants to call right here. Watch Cervelli move outside.
And a ball hit into the left field corner. And rounding second on his way to third, and Sano will glide into second. Mauer to third, Sano to second. The Twins put putting together a threat here after the first out of the 6th inning.
Well, the count got in Sano's favor, and it looked like a pretty good sinking fastball, even though that Cervelli wanted it away. It was down, and Sano opened up quickly. Take a look at the pitch. When I got it out front, lined it down that left field line.
That'll bring up Rosario. Left-handed hitter due up, then a switch hitter in Escobar, and then Kepler. And the Pirates are warming up Josh Smoker in the event this inning continues to Kepler's at bat. Hopped up.
Go foul.
And out of play. 1 strike. It is hard to tell here.
Yeah.
When that ball, when Rosario made contact, I thought that was a pop-up to the third baseman. We'll have it all figured out by Wednesday night, and then we'll leave here and not come back and do a game for 6 years.
Twins need to. This is a good at bat right here by Rosario. He's got to drive in at least 1, maybe 2 right here. Twins are down by 4. Don't get too many opportunities to get back into the ball game. So big at bat.
3 straight hits for the Twins here in the 6th inning. And that gets away from Cervelli. Here comes Mauer, and he will score. Our vantage point here gave us a beautiful view of Mauer's leg crossing the plate ahead of the tag, and Sano goes to third.
And Joe hesitated for just a split second, but able to beat the throw from Cervelli to the pitcher Santana. Ball gets away. Sometimes, you know, as a third baseman with the ball to the right, a little harder to judge, but a foot first slide for Joe Mauer, and he scores the 2nd run.
And important that the foot touched the plate. That's what got Peter Borges called out over the weekend on a similar play. He came in sliding, and his extended leg was up in the air, and it went over the plate. But Joe with a good slide. It doesn't, you know, look like much, but that's such an important thing now in this era of replay. The foot doesn't just cross the plane of the plate, it has to actually touch it. And now a chance for Rosario to get the Twins within 2 if he can get Sano in from third base. 1-1. Oh, that ball nearly hit Eddie, and he swung at it.
Well, go back to the instant replay. It got the Pirates actually a win in that first game because of Castellanos not able to get his knees to there.
That ball may have actually hit him in the calf. It's still a strike. And the Tigers thought they won their opener against the Pirates, and then after a long review, Castellanos was ruled out. 1-2 to Rosario. Popped up left side. And a long wait for Rodriguez. He makes the catch, 2 down. I'll bring up Escobar, who will try to now pick up Rosario and get the 3rd run of the inning in. Escobar with an infield hit his first time up, then he struck out swinging in the 4th.
Yeah, Rosario not happy at that at bat right there. Did not accomplish what he was set out to try to accomplish. Twins scored on the wild pitch, but Sano left at third right now with 2 outs.
That is a great save by Cervelli, who caught the ball, and then I don't know if he was trying to.
I think he tried to deke him. Yep.
Tried to deke Sano into coming home. It's a heck of a pick by the catcher.
Watch Cervelli right here. Has to backhand it, and it made it look like he was going to run to the backstop. Picked up Sano, and Sano, watch the corner right there. He stays.
1-0 to Escobar. Two 2-0, not close. very likely will be Santana's last batter because the Pirates have been warming up Smoker, a left-handed reliever. He's warmed up, and if Kepler gets a chance this inning, it'll have to be against the left-handed reliever, one would think. Strike call. And again, we don't think the Pirate closer Felipe Rivero would be available today. It's not that he's pitched in all 3 games. It's just that 2 of the games were yesterday. He saved both of them. So I don't think Clint Hurdle would be too anxious with an off day tomorrow to bring him into a ball game again here today.
Well, they have 9 relievers out there, 3 left-handers, 6 right-handers.
A drive to right field. Polanco going back. This ball is high off the wall. It is a double, scoring the 3rd run, and Escobar with a big 2-out double to make it a 5-3 game.
Yeah, I think we've seen Santana. Yeah, he's got a nasty slider, but when he falls behind, he's going to trust that fastball. He challenges Escobar right there. Eduardo catches up to it and puts a great swing on it. And those seats right there there's a kind of a net where fans can sit right there, and that's what it hit off of. So Sano does score. Escobar with his 2nd hit, driving in his 3rd run of the year.
Clint Hurdle not going to the mound yet. Instead, he's stopping to talk with Chris Conroy to alert him of the double switch that the Pirates are going to employ. So we will have a double switch for the Pirates with the Twins coming back. 3 runs at least here in the 6th, and it all started with Brian Dozier's 3rd home run of the year. As the Twins take on the Mariners. Final game of the series. Kids 12 and younger can play interactive games, get free autographs from a Twins player, run the bases after the game. First 5,000 kids 12 and younger get a TC front pocket shirt. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/kids opening or call 800-33-TWINS. Josh Smoker into the ball game, and Max Kepler will hit, with Kepler representing suddenly the tying run.
Yeah, Smoker getting 1 appearance in Detroit, inning in a 3rd.
Drive to right center field, retreating to the gap is Polanco. This ball is gone. No, in play off the very top of the wall again, and Kepler tees off and gets a big double against the lefty.
Well, Smoker left a breaking ball right there, and Kepler gave it a ride. So back-to-back doubles makes it a 5-4 ball game. See the breaking ball? He'll hit that breaking ball for the home run in Baltimore right there off the wall.
Yep.
And Marte has to get it back in.
In the inning, 5 hits, so far 4 runs, and Smoker will throw just one pitch. And a big double for Kepler. And a pair of 2-out doubles, and the Twins are right back in the ball game. And the Twins trying to match Pittsburgh's 5-run first with a 5. Jump back in the ball game, and an awfully big one by Max Kepler, making it a 5-4 game. Taillon, who pitched so well into the 6th inning, gave up Dozier's home run, Mauer's single. And here he is, the guy we talked about yesterday, Dovydas Neverauskas from Lithuania.
Neverauskas making his 3rd relief appearance in his 2nd season with the Pirates. 25-year-old right-hander, fastball, curveball, little cut fastball, and a changeup.
24 ball games for the Pirates last year, and now Kepler at second with Buxton at the plate. Kepler the tying run. First pitch grounded foul, 1 strike. Buxton with a couple of swinging strikeouts. 3 hits on the year, including an RBI single yesterday. One strike to Byron Buxton. And down and away. Grossman, the pinch hitter, was struck out by Taillon. Then the Twins went to work. Dozier tucking a home run just inside the foul pole. Single, double, pop out, double, double. Little pop up left side in foul ground. Moran looking at the catcher, and the catcher looking at Moran.
Yeah, that's Moran's ball all the way. He kept looking at Cervelli, harder for the catcher than for the 3rd baseman to come charging in. And he kind of stopped halfway and kept looking at his catcher, Cervelli.
Watch Moran. He'll look at the catcher.
Yep.
Almost
Watch
all
Moran
the way.
right here. He's got to keep going. Kind of holes up a little bit right there. So a mistake right there by the defense of the Pirates to see if the Twins can capitalize on this. Maybe an extra out.
Hit to the outfield should tie the game. And Buxton flaring one foul. A drive to left.
Get over his head.
Frazier is back, and he reaches up and pulls it down. A double switch putting Frazier into the game in left field, and he makes a nice catch to keep the Pirates in the lead. Four, and the Dozier home run, his third of the year, starting a nice comeback. Twins actually out hitting the Pirates 7-4. It'll be Colin Moran, then Rodriguez. Sean Rodriguez will hit, and then Frazier will hit in the ninth spot because of the double switch, and Trevor Hildenberger will come in to pitch for the Twins in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, Trevor had a little control issue in Baltimore, and hopefully that's behind him now. A couple walks in his appearance in Baltimore.
Warming up in the fourth inning, and Rogers warmed up to pitch the fifth. On the ground, Dozier to his right, throws, and nice play, very fluid from his backhand side, throwing to Mauer, one away, and that'll bring up Sean Rodriguez hitting in what was Jordy Mercer's spot, and Marty Gellner's got an update on the Pittsburgh shortstop.
Yeah, Mercer, we saw in the fourth inning when he was on first base, dove back into the bag on a throw over. This is the play right here, and Mercer came up squeezing that right hand. There it went into the bag, and the official report is that Mercer has right finger and hand discomfort. So that's the injury to Mercer. He will not return to this game, and you wonder what effect the cold plays in an injury like that too.
You almost saw when he dove back in, you saw his fingers go up, but then the pinky came up a little bit later. You just wonder if he jammed that into the bag.
With the double switch, the Pirates have used a couple of bench players already in what is now a one-run ball game. Off the plate, and it's 1-1. And with the double switch again, it's Frazier hitting in what was the pitcher spot. That spot is now fifth in the Pittsburgh batting order. High fly right field, and coming in is Kepler. He's got it, 2 down. And now Frazier. He got twisted, turned all around, but he made a nice play, and he kind of had the time to recover. It's kind of the same play that Eddie Rosario had in the ball game yesterday, but Rosario was up against the wall.
Right. You feel that warning track underneath your feet too, where Frazier just had the grass. Great effort by Rosario, didn't pan out. Great catch by Frazier.
It's tough because in each case it was a left-handed batter with a slicing line drive hit over your head. And for a long time that was the only hit in the game for the Orioles yesterday.
Yeah, Frazier, utility player for the Pirates in his 3rd season, 26 years old.
2-0 now from Hildenberger. And Buxton's, in the case of Frazier's catch, that was a hooking line drive off the bat of Buxton. Hit hard to center. Buxton glides after it. Hildenberger has a really good, quick 1-2-3 inning. It's 5-4 Pittsburgh as we go to the 7th. Selling brand in the Twin Cities. Twins trying to come back and win their 3rd in a row on this road trip. Really hit the ball hard throughout the 6th inning, and now Jason Castro will lead off the 7th. Then the pitcher spot. Logan Morrison's in the on-deck circle. He looks like he'll hit 2nd, and then back to the top of the order, and Brian Dozier. Facing Davidas Neverauskas. You haven't tried that name yet. You nailed it yesterday.
Neverauskas, yeah. I mean, you know what? You look at him. He's, you know, he ended up going to European baseball camps in Italy. Ended up somebody liked him with the Pirates. They ended up signing him.
Castro
so
lines
if
it
you
foul.
have baseball talent, there are places, no matter in the world now, that you can go to and have scouts look at you and see what, if they say yes or no. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Go get a job.
1 strike. I thought it's significant on opening day. The rosters of the 30 teams. 29% of the players on the opening day rosters were from 21 different foreign countries, which I think speaks well to the desire baseball has to make it more of an international sport. I mean, the Twins have a German in their everyday lineup, and Max Kepler. Neverauskas from Lithuania. 2-1, and now 3-1 with Morrison on deck.
And even though Puerto Rico is part of the United States, I'm glad that, you know, we're going to go down there and play. We're going to be the home team against the Indians for a couple games.
Coming up in a couple of weeks, yep. 3-1 to Castro. And he takes outside a leadoff walk here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Logan Morrison. Morrison 0 for 11.
Hey, looking for that first hit.
This would be a good time to get it.
Yes, it would.
He's drawn a couple of walks, 4 strikeouts. Squaring to bunt, not for a sacrifice. Now he says that ball hit him, I think. Morrison is appealing to Chris Conroy that the ball hit him.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a look at this right here. Paul Molitor with that left foot out of the dugout.
But where is his foot? His foot is out of the batter's box. It hit him in the ankle. And I think they're saying that his foot was out of the batter's box when it hit him.
Well, there's that fine. You can't see the line anymore.
Well, they're going to take a look at it. Paul Molitor is challenging. This was not a sacrifice attempt. He was trying to bunt up the third baseline for a hit. But and the ball did hit him. But where was his foot?
If you look at the batter's box, you can't see those lines anymore that are, you know, supposed to be, what, about 6 to 8 inches off of the plate, either side.
It looked like it hit him high in the ankle. Right off the top of the foot.
Top of the foot.
So they will see that, and the only reason Morrison wouldn't go to first base is if they also see that his foot was out of the batter's box.
But you can't see where the batter's box is. So how do they determine? Because his foot was at an angle. His heel could have still been in that line.
Well, Morrison is taking off his batting gloves, and he's going to go to first base. So a walk, now a hit batter, and the Twins have the tying run at second with nobody out in the top of the order duo. It took 49 seconds for them to see that Logan Morrison was hit by a pitch.
And I believe this is pitching coach Ray Surge. They're probably out close to 6 visits now, aren't they?
I've been trying to find it on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Where the MVR is.
I was looking. It's got to be at least 5 because pitching changes are considered 1. Are they not or not?
No.
Oh, they're not. Okay. Okay, so maybe 3.
Brian Dozier started the Twins comeback with a home run. And let's go to Marnie Gellner.
Exactly the kind of inning that Brian Dozier has been talking about with this offense when he said, we're not just thinking of ourselves as offensive, we're more thinking of ourselves as a team that can create runs, because he talked about doing it any way you can with little things like, you know, a bunt, a walk, a hit by pitch. He said it's not just sitting back and hitting and pounding the ball off the wall. It's running the bases, getting guys over, and figuring out any way possible to get runs, hoping that this is the exact kind of inning, guys, that results in at least 1 more run.
Dozier takes one down the middle. And Marnie, when you asked Paul Molitor about that, he called James Rowson, the hitting coach, they call him the offensive coordinator. We'll see what the Twins can get done here. Just a run behind now with runners at first and second, nobody out. 1 strike to Dozier. It'll pop up in foul ground and out of play. 0-2.
Well, Brian Dozier in Baltimore. Of course, yesterday's ball game, first pitch of the game, got the Twins on the board. Then a couple at bats later, hit his 2nd home run as the Twins beat the Orioles 7-0. And then here, putting the Twins on the board first. That coming in the 6th inning with his 3rd home run.
Dozier trying to hit out of an 0-2 hole. 1-2. Twins do not have a lot of speed on the bases with Castro at second and Morrison at first.
And Neverauskas with that fastball, and then that last pitch, the curveball. Back to the fastball.
97, and it almost beat Brian. He was lucky to get a piece of that. Twins quiet through 5 innings. A lot of noise in the 6th. Some rumbling here in the 7th. Down and in, 2-2.
Good take right there by Dozier.
Two and 2 to Brian Dozier. Grounder to third. Out at second. A big double play with Castro gaining third base. A tailor-made ground ball, and the Pirates go around the horn 2 away. And now the Twins have got a couple of big 2-out hits in the 6th. We'll need another big one here in the 7th to tie it up. Bauer has hit the ball hard his last 2 times up. A liner to left that was caught and one that wasn't. Up and away, ball 1.
We've seen a couple wild pitches already in this ball game. You see Castro, he can take off a little bit more, get off that bag a little bit deeper, because the third baseman is playing pretty deep around shortstop in case that ball gets away from Cervelli.
2-0. Moran's about 40 feet from the third base bag. Joe's always been good with men in scoring position, and this is a big spot as the Twins try to completely come back from a 5-0 hole. There's a strike, 2-1.
Good fastball away.
High fly to right center field. Polanco squeezes it. The Twins get a threat but can't finish it off. Still trail by a run.
3 more shutout innings for Lynn. Malone was outstanding with 9 strikeouts, but he left the ball game. And then the Twins were able to come back and put 4 up in the 6th inning thanks to Dozier's home run. A couple back-to-back doubles by Escobar and Kepler. It's at a 5-4 ball game.
And the Twins will bring Zach Duke out of their bullpen to pitch to the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, Duke knows all about the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're originally signed by the Pirates back in 2001. Came up mainly as a starter. Made the All-Star team back in 2009 for the Pirates. Pitched 6 seasons in a Pirate uniform. In his first season with the Twins, making his 2nd appearance.
First year with the Pirates was 2005. That was a long time ago.
Oh, not that long. Come on.
Down low, ball 1. Harrison, Polanco, and Marte due up here in the Pirates 7th. Fouled back.
That's coming our way. Think they ever get a ball up here?
We're in the next county.
Gary, our stage manager, just shook his head. No. No way.
I don't know that anybody could hit a foul ball high enough to get up here, much less back this far. 2-1. Duke had an odd inning in Baltimore, 4 strikeouts, but some weird things happened that allowed the Orioles to get a couple of runs against him. 2-1.
Oh, that was a day game that it was hard to see. Remember, I mean, he threw a couple wild pitches that got away from Castro.
Line foul. One of them landing, it appeared right on the plate, kicked away. But ordinarily, you strike out 4 batters in 1 inning, you don't give up any runs. He gave up 2 of them. Two to Harrison. Reaches across the plate and taps it foul.
Yeah, Zach Duke, 34 years old, fastball, slider, and then that changeup he'll turn over almost like a screwball. Twins are his 8th different team to pitch for the last couple of years with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Only other American League team he pitched for, the White Sox, for parts of a couple of years. And now 3-2. Twins bullpen, first Taylor Rogers and Trevor Hildenberger, having nice clean innings. Each reliever facing just 3 batters in a complete inning. This one dribbled up the line. It's a foul ball. The only way to get tickets to the home opener on April 5th is to become a Twins season ticket holder. A limited number of full season tickets are still available and include the home opener. Season ticket holders are also enrolled in the Sweet Spot Rewards program, which gives you access to many guaranteed benefits. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/season tickets or call 800-33-TWINS. Another 3-2 coming to Harrison eventually. Whoa, an off-speed pitch, and Harrison waves at strike 3.
Yeah, good breaking ball down and in. Looked like he took something off of it. And Duke picks up a strikeout.
What else is new? He's got 3 more to get this inning. 1 down, and now Gregory Polanco.
Yeah, all 4 of his outs now have come on 5 strikeouts.
27 games for the Cardinals last year, 18 1/3 innings and just a dozen strikeouts. And he has averaged over 9 innings, about 6 strikeouts. 1 strike now to Polanco.
You know, why the low number is recovering from that Tommy John surgery he had in October of 2016.
Just missed the outside corner, 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Duke signing a one-year contract with the Twins back in late December.
Breaking ball. It kind of hesitated there a little bit. A little El Tiante, Louis Tiant a little bit, or more currently Johnny Cueto.
Yeah, you know, he gives you that kind of three-quarter type delivery, and then he'll drop down once in a while, like that.
Another full count. And he missed a walk. And Polanco's aboard with one out. He'll bring up Starling Marte. Remember the double switch a couple innings ago. And the Pirates are lined up right now. Marte, then Bell, then the pitcher's spot. And because of the injury to Mercer, and the fact that they carry 13 pitchers, they've only got 2 bench players left. David Freese and their backup catcher.
Diaz, yep.
It's amazing. I think it was 13 of the 30 teams, even with all the off days in the opening week, 13 of the 30 teams are starting with a 13-man pitching staff. Outside ball 1. Marte with a walk and a run scored in the first when the Pirates scored all 5 of their runs on a ground ball and a rocket that he hit to the backhand side of Miguel Sano.
Yeah, Pirates with 13. Of course, the Twins with only 12.
Off days built into this road trip, built into the homestand, built on the bookends of the series in Puerto Rico. Twins play on Tuesday and Wednesday in Puerto Rico with an off day Monday and Thursday. 1-0. And now 2-0. Addison Reed is warmed up. So he'll be next in line. The bullpen brigade. Chopped foul. 2-1.
Marte last year kind of went through what Polanco's going through this year. Missed 80 ball games, suspended for the PEDs. Performance enhancing drugs. Ooh, good pitch.
Taken for a strike.
A slider.
It's a tough situation for the team in any case, but the Twins found out with a week left in spring training and could run Escobar out there to get some regular reps at short in spring training to prepare him for the season. In Marte's case, it happened 2 weeks into the season.
Right.
Terrible swing and strike 3. Zach Duke already has 6 strikeouts in this season. He's only pitched an inning and 2/3.
Well, take a look at the last pitch right here. That ball, it's almost that screwball type, and Marte, you're right. Not a very good swing.
That's a fantasy camp swing there. 2 down, runner at first, and now Bell. And David Freese is in the on deck circle. if that spot comes up yet this inning. Outside, ball one. Polanco walk, use it first. And down low 2-0. This is the sixth time the Twins have come to Pittsburgh to play baseball. A couple of times at Three Rivers Stadium. Their fourth trip here already.
Yeah, Twins are 8-6 here, also 8-6 against the Pirates in Minnesota. So 16-12 advantage Twins. It's the 31st meeting by my California math.
Pounded foul. Pirates got the first 5 runs of the game in the first inning. The Twins have clawed back to get within a run. And now another 3-ball count. 3-1 to Josh Bell.
23 pitches thrown by Duke, 11 strikes. But he does have a couple punch outs and a walk.
Two strikeouts, now 2 walks. Freeze will bat with 2 men aboard. See if the Twins make a move here with Addison Reed warmed up and the right-handed batting Freeze.
And Paul Molitor on his way out.
So another peculiar outing for Zach Duke. He gets 2 more strikeouts, but he issues 2 walks. And he will leave a couple of men aboard. With Duke leaving and Reed coming in. And the Twins have given the Pirates a threat here in their half of the 7th.
Presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC. Addison Reed coming into the ball game.
A couple of really good innings against the Orioles.
Yes, he did. What did he throw? 23 pitches, 20 for strikes. Opening day against the Orioles. Yep, 23 pitches, 20 for strikes, 2 shutout innings, couple strikeouts. Reed signing with the Twins over the winter.
Veteran David Freese will bat. Two on and 2 out. Off the plate. Ball 1.
Freese, a veteran in his 3rd season with the Pirates, 10th season overall. Came up with the Cardinals, 5 years, a couple years with the Angels. He's the MVP in the 2011 World Series for the Cardinals.
Walk-off home run in Game 6. One and 1 to Freese.
He's a pretty good hitter over his career, 274 hitter coming into this year.
Polanco and Bell are the base runners. And off the plate again with a fastball, 2-1.
Freese hitting a 2-run home run yesterday's ball game.
And the nightcap.
Yep, it's Game 2. You see Castro going through the signs again.
Now 3-1. A lot of 3-ball counts. I think every plate appearance here in the 7th inning is run to 3 balls.
You know, sometimes we'll show you the catcher giving finger signs, but sometimes the sign is given before that. Maybe, you know, patting the chest or the mask, the shin guard might be the first sign. That might just be a deke.
All of that because of the runner at second. To make sure he doesn't pick up the pitch. And now the 3rd walk of this inning, and they're loaded up. No ball has been put in play here. And first Zach Duke, and now Reed running into the same problem Lance Lynn did in his 4 innings of work.
There's been 9 walks, 3 passes to the Pirates so far this afternoon.
Cervelli's taken a couple of them against Lance Lynn, and he'll hit here with the bases loaded and 2 down. Twins had a threat in the top half of this inning without the benefit of a hit. Hit batter and a walk. Now 3 walks in the bottom of the inning. Up high, ball 1. Despite the cold temperatures, Reed out there in short sleeves. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball.
Yeah, off the plate right there. So Cervelli maybe thinking fastball, and it swung through the slider. Missed that by a foot.
One and 1 to Francisco Cervelli. High fly left field. Rosario coming in. Will call for it and make the catch. The Pirates were given a threat, but they couldn't cash in. So now we head to the 8th inning in a 1-run ball game, and Miguel Sano will lead things off. Next, an off day tomorrow, and then Jake Odorizzi will go for the Twins. And Ivan Nova, the Twins saw when he was with the Yankees, he'll go make his second start for the Pirates.
Yeah, Nova had a little bit of a couldn't feel the ball issue in Detroit. He's probably going to have the same issue here.
Well, it's going to be a night game on Wednesday, and they're talking about it being very windy, blustery. So Michael Feliz comes in to pitch to the Twins in the 8th inning.
Yeah, Feliz, 24 years old, in his first season with the Pirates. Spent 3 seasons with the Astros, up and down, hard throwing right-hander, hard slider, like type curveball, and a changeup.
We'll face Miguel Sano, cracked a double, scored a run in the 6th inning. 1 inning, a walk, 4 hits, 4 earned runs. He did not enjoy Detroit. Ball 1. Sano with a swinging strikeout in the first, took one, a called third strike in the 4th, then the double, part of a 4-run rally in the 6th. Up high, and it's 2-0. So 3, 4, and 5 batters, and then the Twins hope a few more here in the 8th. Big swing and a miss. 2-1.
Fastball at 95, 96. Kind of hit or miss for this guy. Feliz with the Astros. 121 innings, 172 strikeouts, but 48 walks. There's a slider right there.
And it's 3-1. Twins got a leadoff walk and a follow-up hit batter to start the 7th inning. But Pirates got a big double play grounder. The Twins couldn't get that 5th run. 3-1 to Miguel Sano. Pulled foul, 3-2. Pulled the string on him.
Yep, change up right there.
Over the Twins dugout.
They list Feliz at 6'4", about 230, signed by the Astros out of the Dominican Republic in 2010. He's a 16-year-old.
Just missed. Oh my. Sano's just drawn his first walk on a pitch that looked very, very close from up here.
And that's where Cervelli was set up too. Set up inside. Yeah, it's inside. Yep.
So another leadoff walk given to the Twins, and now here's Rosario. Rosario 1 for 3. His hit, a 1-hopper off the pitcher's glove, back in the 4th inning. Big at bat for Rosario, popping up in the 6th inning with Sano at second. Twins got a couple of 2-out doubles, and now a high pop up here on the right side of the infield. And Harrison with the catch, 1 away. That'll bring up Escobar. Rosario really only squared up 1 ball all year long, and it was his first swing of the year. The ball that Gentry brought back into the field of play for a catch when it looked like it was a home run. Escobar with a couple of doubles, or excuse me, a couple of hits, one of them a double in the 6th. Down the middle of strike. Now wide. Half swing. Did he go? Yep. And Whitson said, in part, getting out of the way got the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone. One and two to Escobar. Strike three, 2 down.
Well, Felice just rearing back and challenges Escobar. Low fastball at 96.
And now Kepler, who nearly tied the game with a home run, he did get the Twins within one with a double off the fence in deep right center. To left, long run for Frazier, and he has no play. One strike. Kepler's double came against Smoker, a left-handed reliever. Now facing the right-hander, Feliz. Strike two. 97 at the knees.
That sounds fast.
With the pop of the glove, or when you say 97?
The pop of the
Yep.
Cervelli's glove.
Take a listen. Two strikes to Kepler. Just high. And it's 1 and 2. Now in the dirt, dug out by Cervelli, 2 and 2.
Felice, another pitcher that came over from the Astros in the Cole trade.
Two and 2. Second inning in a row where the Twins have gotten a leadoff walk. Sano, who walks, still at first with 2 away. And Buxton hoping for a chance here in the 8th. Another foul back. Kepler getting a lot of 96, 97 mile per hour fastballs, and he just hasn't squared one up yet. And a balk is called, and Sano will go to second. First base umpire Field and Colbreth calling a balk, and now the tying runs in scoring position.
Let's see what happens right here. Felice. Oh,
right there.
Yep, he was going to step off. And
2-2 to Kepler. 3 and 2. Buxton on deck. Ball 4, and now Buxton, for his second straight at bat, will have a chance to tie it up. 2 walks taken by the Twins here in the top of the 8th. Buxton hit one right on the screws his last time up. Frazier, who just came into the game on a double switch. Made a nice corkscrewing catch in left field. There's Ray Searage to the mound.
Oh, so that's the way they do it.
How they display it here.
I see it. Okay, it's
down by the foul pole over there. Twins have 5 left, and the Pirates now have 3 left.
Well hit.
Buxton with a couple of strikeouts and the bullet to left that was hauled in by Frazier. Bouncer to third. And Moran will go to the back. Another threat for the Twins. Handed to them by the Pirates. But the Twins can't get the big hit to tie it up. To pitch to the Pirates in the 8th inning. You'll face Moran, Rodriguez, and Frazier. Or at least someone will. The Twins might send in yet another reliever.
Well, Twins trying to catch up because of what this guy was able to do in the 1st inning. 3rd Pirate all-time to hit a grand slam in a home opener. Joined some pretty good company too with Ralph Kiner and Roberto Clemente.
I'm surprised there weren't more. Hannes Wagner, somebody way back when. That's a pretty short list.
Just opening day. Ralph Kiner, Kiner's Corner, of course, when I was with the Pirates. Had an opportunity to be on his show a couple times after a Met game. New York Mets.
And now Reed, who along with Duke had some control issues in the 7th, falls behind Moran 3-0.
Retired number 4.
3-0 to Moran with Rodriguez on deck. Three and 1. Twins have issued 9 walks, 3 of them in the 1st, 3 of them in the 7th, and then 3 other walks mixed in. And yet they're behind by just a run. The 10th walk
Well, Lance Lynn worked the first 4 innings. You know, he gave up the 5 runs in 3 shutout innings, kept the club in the game. Bullpen's done a good job, even though, you know, the walks now 4 out of the bullpen. They've only allowed 1 hit.
See if Rodriguez is asked to bunt here. Sano's in on the edge of the grass. Twins won 13 in the 3-game series in Baltimore, but Kyle Gibson issued 5 of those. Taking a strike, showing no hint of a bunt.
Rodriguez been around the game a long time with the Angels back in 2008. Also saw him with the Tampa Bay Rays last year between the Pirates and the Braves. Then he re-signed with the Pirates.
Up and in.
Good utility player. He kind of followed Joe Madden from Anaheim over to Tampa Bay.
Pirates feel they've got a pretty good bench, and they've had to use or chosen to use half of the bench here today already with
3 of the 4.
3 of the 4.
Yep.
That's 3/4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Diaz, the backup catcher, is the only.
That must have been your Minnesota map.
I hadn't scratched off freeze off my score sheet yet because I've been frozen. Over the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Now this is the 8th spot in the batting order, but because of the double switch, there's a hitter, Frazier, hitting lined up behind Rodriguez as Ryan Presley quickly is warming up. Ground ball. Sano has a trickle under his glove, and it'll be a base hit for Rodriguez.
I think Sano a little upset he wasn't able to get that, at least get the force out at second base. A ball to his left. He goes after it. Normally a play I think we'd see Sano make. Kind of scooted underneath his glove.
Nobody out, runners at first and second, and now Frazier might be asked to bunt. Mentioned that the Pirate closer Rivera saved both ball games at Comerica Park yesterday, and it is George Contos who's warming up in the pen. He apparently would get the save situation, and it's Reed's job to make sure it is just a 1-run Pirate lead when we go to the 9th.
Frazier's going to try to bunt right here, I'm going to assume. There he goes. That's a good one.
Reed looks at third, goes to first. Moran advancing to third, Rodriguez to second on the sacrifice, 1 away.
Sometimes, yeah, as a pitcher, you have to listen to your catcher, you know, with the crowd's noise and everything. And right there, the ball hit back at Reed. Now you come charging in as a pitcher. You see Reed took him a little while because his momentum goes toward that first baseline. By the time he got over there, make sure you get an out. And they do.
Twins bring the infield in now for Josh Harrison. Reed got a couple of strikeouts in his 2 innings in Baltimore. He's yet to get one. He could use one here. Fouled back, strike 1. Well, the Twins did nothing with a pair of leadoff walks, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. The Pirates are trying to take advantage of theirs here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Part of Reed's pitching game has been strikeouts over his career. That's what he tried to do right here.
Ahead of Harrison, 0-1. And now 0-2.
Not only with that good fastball, he's got that good sharp slider.
Upstairs and got a foul ball, hoping to get strike 3. Nice block by Castro. 1 and 2.
That's a slider right there. Castro smothering that ball.
Harrison asking for time. And now the 1-2 to Harrison. Got the strikeout. 2 down.
A big strikeout right there for Addison Reed. Over that crossfire that he can generate. See, he steps toward that third baseline, and then that ball just explodes out of his hand. And Harrison going out of his swing zone, and he knew it.
Garvin Alston to the mound. They've got a base open here. And Gregory Polanco will hit next. The base open thing is interesting dilemma, because just about everybody who's been out there for the Twins has had a hard time throwing strikes. They've issued 10 walks already. And if you fill first base, who knows what might happen in the Marte at bat. We'll see how they go about things here.
They're going to pitch to him.
Blocked again by Castro. Ball 1.
Pitch to him very carefully. Start him off with a slider.
Chances are both the hitter and the pitcher know those numbers.
Like another slider, missed. Polanco,
2-0.
Polanco put the first run on the board for the Pirates with the RBI double in the first inning.
And now they will walk him, I believe. The call from the dugout is 4 fingers, and they will walk Polanco intentionally and go after the right-handed hitting Marte.
That was the old meeting, you know. How do you want to face this guy? You know, you want to walk him, pitch to him, but don't give him anything too good to hit. They fell behind, and
don't walk him, but don't give him anything good to hit. An intentional walk, the 11th walk issued by the Twins. The bases are loaded with 2 out, and here is Marte just off the plate. Ball 1. 2 for 5 with a strikeout against Reed. Walked and scored in the first, since then 0 for 3. 1-1. Eleven walks issued, 3 by Reed. Moya and Presley are both warming up, with the hope being, of course, that Reed can get Marte and leave the bases full for the 2nd inning in a row. Right down the middle.
Good pitch. Down in the zone. Marte taking it. Good fastball. Knee high.
Nice job of framing by Jason Castro. Bouncer to short. Escobar slings it to Mauer, and for the 2nd inning in a row, the Pirates leave the bases full. slam, making it a 5-0 lead early. The Twins came back with a 4 spot in the 6th, and as we've said, Rivera, the Pirate closer, closed both ends of the doubleheader. The afternoon game, the split doubleheader, then the evening game. And so it's George Contos, who got a save last year. That was his first big league save. And now he'll try to get number 2 here this afternoon.
Yeah, started last year with the San Francisco Giants. In his second season with the Pirates. He was claimed off waivers back in August from the Giants. Well, Contos with a fastball, slider, changeup, and also occasional curveball. Try to pick up the save here for the Pirates. Once they swept the Tigers.
Yeah, the Twins face the Orioles, who won, as it turned out, what, 8 straight home openers. And now the Pirates have a shorter winning streak in their home openers going. It'll be Castro, then it looks like Adrianza in the pitcher spot, and then Dozier. Castro is 0 for 2 with a walk. Up the line, foul, 1 strike. Twins have taken 3 walks, but they've taken a leadoff walk in each of the last 2 innings. A little bit up, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Contos, 32 years old, signed originally by the Yankees back in 2006 out of Northwestern University, where your son went to school.
Yes, he did. Up and away, 2-1.
And he is going to be where? He's following your footsteps. He's broadcasting where this summer?
He's making his own footsteps, but he's going to be in Colorado Springs doing AAA games for the Brewers.
His own footsteps? Okay.
2-1. And now 3-1. Castro drew a leadoff walk in the 7th. And only got as far as second base. Twins have Adrianza in the on-deck circle. They've got Lamar, a speedier runner at first if Castro can get there. To right field. Fairly deep, going back is Polanco, and on the track makes the catch 1 away. Contos gets the first out, and now it will be Adrianza hitting in the pitcher spot.
Adrianza started game 2 for the Twins at short. Got 1 hit in 4 at-bats.
On the outside corner. Pulled foul, 2 strikes. To Ere Adrianza. Another one pulled foul. Twins will turn the lineup over after this at bat. Contos got ahead of Adrianza quickly, 0-2. That's dribbled and it hit Adrianza out of the box, and he's out. It hit the dirt right around home plate and slowly rolled through the batter's box, and wouldn't you know it, as soon as it got out of the batter's box, Adrianza stepped on it.
Well, take a look right here. This ball right has a lot of spin on it, right off the end of the bat. Adrianza think it's going to stay fair. Tries to not, well, he kicked it right there by accident. He's called out.
Score at 2 unassisted. And now Dozier, the last hope for the Twins. Dozier homered with 1 out in the 6th to start a 4-run inning. Twins had a great threat in the 7th thanks to a walk and a hit batter. Dozier was up, and they got Brian to bounce into a 5-4-3 double play.
Imagine every pitcher going to try to pitch him away. Cervelli sitting outside.
2-0 with Mauer on deck. Twins haven't had a hit since Kepler's double, driving in a run in the 6th. Inside corner, 2-1. Santos trying to save it for Jamison Tyone. 2-2.
That ball had some sink on it right there. Even though Cervelli sitting inside, you see the run on that fastball in on Dozier.
To center. Marte calling for it. And the Pirates improve to 4-0. Picks up his 2nd big league save.
Well, this game about the 1st inning, the grand slam hurt the Twins. They took a 5-0 lead. Twins tried to come back, had the opportunity, but just couldn't get that big hit.
Moran's grand slam way back in the 1st inning proved to be the difference. And the Twins dropped to 2-2 on the season. And we'll have more Twins coverage from the Twins Live studio.